Hello my dear students. Today we'll do revision of chapter 5, separation of substances. In our daily life there are many substances uh, which we notice that the substances having separated from a mixture of materials. Tea leaves are separated from the liquid with strainer while preparing tea. Harvesting milk or a curd is churned in separated the butter. Okay, if we want to separate butter, then we churning process with the churning process we can separate out the butter. We gain cotton to separate out its seed from the fiber. Okay, so ginning process, as I have explained you in chapter number 3, fiber to fabric, that ginning is the process in which we separate out the seeds from cotton. Perhaps you might have been eating salted dalia or poha. If you found that it had chilies in it, you may have carefully taken them out before eating. Okay, so if you don't want to eat anything when you get food, like somebody don't like to eat chilies, so they separate it out. Simple is that the thing which is not required or unuseful for us or not good for us, so we separate out from the things that we need. So there are the different methods for the separation. That is, first is hand picking. In hand picking, as you can see in the image, that the boy is sitting and he is separating out the unwanted things or the stones or the impurities, we can say, from the grains. Okay, so what is hand picking? This is the method of separating out the slightly larger sized impurities, like the piece of the dirt, stone, okay, and husk from the wheat, rice, or pulses. So another one is threshing. Here you can see that the threshing is written here. This is the another process of separating out. So threshing is generally done by the farmers, okay, to remove the wheat from the stalks. जो खेती करते हैं वो क्या करते हैं, थ्रेशिंग करते हैं वीट स्टॉक्स की, ताकि उसमें से जो वीट्स हैं वो क्या करें, सेपरेट आउट हो जाएं इजीली. Okay, because it is not easy to separate out the wheats from the stalk by hand picking method. So they use this process, means the threshing process, to separate it out, okay, from the stalk of the wheats. Now there are other things are also there. Okay, so next method you can see, okay, yes, in the image in figure 5.4, you can see that the boy is, or the man is doing threshing of the wheat stalks, and you can also see that the wheat grains are separating out from this method. Another one is winnowing. So it is another method for the separation of impurities. Okay, so from the figure, that is 5.5, you can see that the woman is standing on the stool, and with the help of the soup, okay, she is trying to separate out the impurities which are lighter in weight. Okay, so the lighter weight impurities are separating out along with the wind. Okay, it is blowing along with the wind, and it is separating out in far from the grains, okay, or the weeds which are heavier than that impurities. Okay, so this is also a technique or the method to separate out the impurities from the wheat. So this method of separating components of a mixture is called winnowing. Winnowing is used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture by wind or by blowing air. Now you can, as how there are the other methods like sieving is also there for the separation. Okay, so from the figure 5.6 and 5.7 you can see that person is trying to separate out the fine material from the separating out the fine material and the components which are bigger in size. Okay, so when during the construction of houses or the buildings, the workers use this technique, means the sieving techniques, to separate out the fine sand from the stones. So sometimes we may wish to prepare a dish with flour. We need to remove impurities and bran that may be present in it. Okay, then we if we want to separate out the impurities from the very fine components that we require to cook, so we use the sieving method. Okay, so we use sieve to separate out the impurities. Okay, जब हमें आटा गूंदना होता है रोटी बनाने के लिए, तो हम क्या करते हैं, आटे छानने वाले छन्नी से उसको सबसे पहले एक परात में या एक प्लेट में क्या करते हैं, छान लेते हैं, और उससे इम्प्योरिटीज़ क्या है अपनी रिमूव कर लेते हैं, और फिर हम उसको गूंद के आटे से एंड देन वी मेक chapatis. Okay, so you may have also noticed similar sieving is done by the workers also for making the houses or the buildings. Now another one you can see, the term is there, sedimentation. What is sedimentation? When the heavier components in a mixture settles after water is added to it. Okay, if for example, if in a glass we are having a like mud we are having, okay, and in that we add some amount of the water, so what happens, the particles of the muds get settled down to the bottom, and settling down of the components to the bottom is known as the sedimentation. Okay, now another term is there, that is decantation. When the water, okay, along with the dust is removed into another glass, okay, the process is said to be decantation. Then the same, if we want to clear out, or we want some more the more pure form of the water, then we do filtration of that. Okay, for filtration we can use the strainer or the filter paper, as we have as I have told you, okay, during in the video, that by using the filter paper we can also separate out the dust, okay, or the dirt or the impurities, and we can get more clear water or more clean water in the glass. So let us now consider the example of the water. Okay, So the water, as I have told you, that it is a universal solvent. Okay, now here is a saturated solution. What is saturated solution? Can water dissolve any amount of the substances? Like if I like if I give you a half glass of the water, and in that I say you, or to do to dissolve some like a bowl of salt into a half glass of the water. So what you do, you will add spoon by spoon and stir and until it cannot be dissolved. But the time will come when it stops dissolving. Okay, and the some amount of the salt will remain as it is, and it do not dissolve into it. हमें जितना नमक दिया है वो क्या है, पूरा आधा तो उसमें डिसॉल्व हो गया, बट then the remaining one is stops dissolving into it. Then at that time we say that the solution is saturated. Okay, जब हमें जहाँ पे हमें सॉल्ट डिसॉल्व होना बंद हो जाता है तब हम उसे कहते हैं saturated solution. Now but the remaining salt, okay, जो रिमेनिंग जो बचा हुआ सॉल्ट है वो भी हमें डिसॉल्व करना, तो हमें व्हाट वी डू, वी हीटेड द वाटर. ओके, पानी को क्या करेंगे, हम गर्म करेंगे और उसमें फिर से जितना हमारे पास सॉल्ट बच गया है, एंड देन वी स्टार्ट टू dissolve into it. Okay, then we try to dissolve into it. So hence we can understand that हीटिंग प्रोसेस से क्या है, हमारे डिसॉल्विंग का जो प्रोसेस है सॉल्यूशन का वो क्या होता है, इंक्रीज हो जाता है, इसलिए हम उसे हीट करते हैं. सो नाउ योर चैप्टर हैज़ बीन एंडेड. Okay, so revision also we have completed here, and still if you have any doubt you can leave your question in the comment box below. Thank you. Have a nice day.